facilities manager. We're so lucky to have found this person. He's been an invaluable resource for us. One Stop's been terrific to work with, and he takes great pride in his work.
We've gotten bigger as we've expanded through the western United States, and the One Stop has supplied us with entry-level employees with skill sets that we could not find out in the open market without interviewing for weeks.
Our business, Help at Home Senior Care, provides non-medical in-home care for the elderly. The One Stop Career Center has helped us recruit qualified caregivers to help them in their home. We encourage other companies to take advantage of the One Stop Career Center. It's really helped our business.
Good evening. Welcome to the award-winning cafe community. I'm your host, Cheryl Noble, and our program takes a look at people who make a difference in our community, as well as our incredible resources and services that make our community a great place to live. And tonight we look at three very different yet very important components in our community. A bit later, we'll hear about an inaugural business fair on Thursday to help entrepreneurs and our small businesses survive and grow. We'll also be taking a look at a revolutionary high-tech piece of equipment that's coming soon to our cancer center. And in just a moment, we'll be hearing about our local real estate market, which I learned has fared well compared to others. So we're so glad you could be with us tonight. Let's get started. My first guest is a realtor with Century 21 Gold Dust Realty. He's also a monthly columnist for Nevada City Advocate newspaper, and he's an expert on our local real estate market. So a warm welcome back to the program to Paul Sieving.
Thanks, Cheryl. Good to be here again.
Thank you so much. And let's start with your article that is now out in Nevada City Advocate about where we came from the last couple of years and a little bit of trends and forecasting. And you mentioned we fared well.
Well, it's all relative, you know, compared to what? And the way I look at those numbers is compared to other markets where there's a lot of flat land, and they tended to be overbuilt rather dramatically during the peak of the market. Mm-hmm. So we see a lot more distress there in terms of the percentage of homes that are underwater or bank owned and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So compared to the whole state of Nevada, for example, where approximately 40% of homes are negative in their mortgage, they're underwater, as we say. Here in Nevada County, across the state line, it's more like 25%. So that's, again, it's all relative. Everybody's hurting right now, but we should feel a little bit blessed because we haven't really taken the pounding that some other markets have taken.
Yeah, we didn't have the sprawl.
Yes, exactly. We didn't have the rampant overbuilding just because of our terrain limits that.
Yeah. Well, I know that you brought along, which we'll show in a little bit too, some graphs and graphics that shows some of the metrics and where our prices. That was one thing you touched on too.
Yeah, you know, we want to choose a couple of important.
Do we want to start on days on the market? This is the first graph on there.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
we choose a couple of important measurements to let us know, trying to understand how the market's doing. And what we can see here is that at the top of the market, days, or rather at the trough of the market after the big decline, days on the market were about 150 on average. Mm-hmm. You know, that's nearly 5 months. And today, days on the market are back to about 60, only about 2 months. And that's a much more normal, if normal means anything anymore.
And yeah, that drop is a good sign because there's less days on the market. And so what's that time span? How many quarters, or is that within the last 15, or you said 15 months? Yeah,
that's 2 years we're looking at on the graph right there. It's a two-year span from the beginning of 2009 to the end of 2010. Okay. And during that time, the absorption rate, what we call the absorption rate, the rate at which homes are bought off the market, has really picked up. So that's a good sign.
Yeah, that is a good sign, particularly if you're thinking about selling and it's good to know that it's not going to be sitting for a long time.
True, true.
So, all right, let's go to the pricing then, which is always kind of the big hurt in all of this.
It is. That's the one we feel personally as homeowners, and the pricing and the days on the market are really related. When we're in a period of steep decline, everyone who's got their home on the market is they're chasing these falling prices, chasing them down and down, and so that's why it can take a long time for a home to sell. And what you can see from the graph of the last 2 years of pricing is that the rate of decline has decreased dramatically. In fact, it's almost what you'd call level, and you can even see that in the summer months of each year, the price is trying to come up again. So that's a good sign. So you can see that seasonality, which we, in a market that's not being battered by external forces, we'll see the seasonality.
So the exception was an economic market and not ruled or patterned after seasonal, like summer's a hot time and slow in the winter.
Exactly. Those are typical internal forces in the real estate market, and when you get some major, misallocation of assets like we had over the last few years, that's an external force on the market, and it'll cause steep rises or steep falls, and the seasonality disappears
It doesn't
from the
matter.
data. Yeah, you can't see it.
It's all the off season.
The big wave wipes out all those little ripples. Yeah,
the off season. So look from looking at that graph, then that we're kind of at the bottom. It looks like it hasn't gone any lower.
It looks like here's just for example some numbers. In 2008, our local market dropped 20%. In 2009, it dropped about 14%. In 2010, it dropped about 8%. So that's you can see the graph bottoming out. And I don't make predictions, but I think it's reasonable to expect that we'll see little or no decline in 2011.
Oh, okay.
That's just a reasonable expectation. We'll see how it plays out.
A reasonable, very optimistic, and I'll take that as a as a forecast here. That it's kind of, well, it feels like there was an article in the Union, I think, just last week about that they prices have been are at they seem to be stabilized.
They do. The rate of decline has really gone almost to zero, and we're at a point now where I think we're just kind of bouncing along the bottom. And it depends on whether you look at strictly local data, like I do in this report, or at more regional data. And it's easier for us to sort out what's going on right here at home if we look at strictly local data.
Right. Well, another big concern is the number of foreclosures, and we bottomed out with that because that's
it's really important, yeah. And we're in a period of time where there's a tremendous number of foreclosures, coming towards us or actually on the market at this time. And in order to really recover a healthy market, we need to dispose of those, get them back into private hands as efficiently as possible. What we're seeing is that approximately 50% of all sales in our market are distressed properties, either short sales or bank-owned properties.
50%.
50%. That's a really huge percent. That doesn't reflect so much on the total housing stock, but just what's on the market. So we're seeing of the homes that sell, about 50% are distressed in one way or another. That's come up. At the beginning of this downturn, it was 5% or less, and it's come up.
Yeah,
we see it leveling out a little bit at around 50%. Some dips and rises, and what we need to see in order for a really healthy market to start rematerializing is that distressed sales rate to come down maybe to 25% or less, and then when we see that, we'll have a pretty good feeling we've made the turn.
Okay. So and you're feeling good about this year.
Yeah, so far so good. And the bottom line is we're able to absorb a 50% distressed property factor, and the days on the market keep going down. Right. So that tells me that we're still an attractive community, that the buyers are coming here, that the smart money's coming into Nevada County.
And it's beautiful. We're not living in sprawl.
We're not, or even in snow this year.
That's right, a beautiful winter day. All right, well, we're out of time, and thank you so much for coming on, Paul. All this is good information, and we can look forward to a good year.
We're certainly looking forward to that.
Good. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to take our first break. Stick around while I bring up my second guest. Time goes quickly.
To the river, take me down today. Walk me down to the water, wash me okay. And I'm gone. Yeah. And I'm gone. Yes, I'm gone. Lay me down by the river. Lay me down slow. Move around me.
Welcome back. My second guest tonight is with the Sierra Nevada Memorial Hospital Foundation, and they are doing a fundraiser campaign for a very high-tech, revolutionary, new cancer treatment machine for our cancer center. This is really very interesting to learn about, so I am happy to introduce you to Sandra Barrington. And she is, you're the major gift director with the foundation.
Yes, with the hospital foundation.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. This is very interesting, this machine, and we've got some photos that we'll put up during the interview. Tell us about what the foundation does.
Well, the foundation is the philanthropic arm of Sierra Nevada Memorial Hospital. Okay. Our hospital is a nonprofit hospital, but the foundation takes on that role of philanthropy and community support. And right now we are raising $500,000, at least $500,000, towards the purchase of a new linear accelerator for our cancer center.
Okay. And you're raising $500,000 for this equipment. Where do you stand with the money now?
So far, we've raised $425,000.
Great.
Yeah, so we're kind of in our final push right now. We have $75,000 left to raise. We're almost there.
Yeah. Well, we'll hear about the campaign in a minute. I want to, when talking about this equipment, it needs a special building.
Yes, the linear accelerator emits high, intense beams of radiation, and the radiation helps destroy the cancer cells in the body. So you have to build what we're calling a bunker, because it is kind of like a bunker.
Right.
The Hanson brothers was at the hospital. Here's a picture of them pouring concrete last week. We're very proud to use local companies for this project, and each wall is 6 feet of concrete.
The depth of the wall.
The depth of the wall is 6 feet.
Oh my gosh.
So, and it's to protect the staff and everyone else, and it's very safe. It's a very incredible piece of equipment, and it's very precise, the intense beams of radiation. And that's the great thing about this new technology, is that it can go directly to the cancer cells, break up the cancer, protect the healthy cells. And this is what's called rapid arc therapy. It goes around the patient very quickly, and the new machine is much faster than what we're currently using. It's more state-of-the-art, so the treatment times will be less for the patients.
And the benefit is that they don't have to go out of the county.
And we will be able to treat more patients instead of sending patients down to Stanford or UC Davis or to areas of Sacramento. People will be able to stay in the community, and that's one of the keys to this campaign is, care close to home, state-of-the-art care.
And it covers more types of cancer too,
yes,
right?
Correct. Yeah, we'll be able to treat more head and neck cancers, brain tumors, lung tumors. The interesting thing about this technology is, you have to lay very straight on the board, as the machine goes around. And with a lung cancer, you're breathing while you're getting treatment. And this equipment is very precise at going with the breath of the patient, and that's one of the new advancements. That's really incredible.
Yeah. So, when are you placing the order for the machine?
Right now we're putting the final push for the campaign, and we say at least $500,000 because the more we can raise, the better to help the hospital. But we have a challenge grant out right now with Levon Amaral has been a very generous community donor, and she supports many things in the community. And we have $75,000 left to raise, and she has pledged $25,000 towards that as a 2-to-1 match. So from now until March 31st, for every $2 a donor gives, Levon will match it with $1. So once we raise that $50,000, she'll put in the additional $25,000 to make up that $75,000 that's remaining.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
how very generous.
So once that's complete, the equipment will be ordered, and
After that.
and the project is on track. Streamline Construction is the contractor. They've done a really great job. The
That's
weather's
for the
been
bunker.
great. That's for the bunker.
Okay.
And so the equipment should be up and running by late August.
And then with the campaign going through March 31st, you're hoping to order it by the equipment for
Right
in
away.
April.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because it takes time to build the equipment once it's
see.
ordered. It's a Palo Alto company called Varian that does the equipment. So once we place the order, they start building, and then once it's in place at the hospital, there's some regulations and some checks and make sure everything's intact before we can actually have patients using
All the
it.
standards and calibration and all
Yes,
that.
exactly.
You mean these big machines, they don't do a layaway plan? Can we do like a little portion now and get them started, you know, a little down payment? Gee, all that,
That would be
chunk of
nice.
money. Yes, that would be nice. I guess they can feel that we're good for it, the fact that we've got, what, 75%?
Yes, we are
done.
almost there. The hospital is putting substantial capital towards the project. The whole project is $3.9 million.
Wow. And that includes the bunker?
That includes the bunker. Yeah, and the equipment is more than $500,000. That's why I say at least $500,000 that we'll raise, because the more we can give to the hospital, the better.
I see. Then how does somebody go about making the donation then?
Well, they can call us at the foundation, and our number is 477-9700, and our P.O. Box is P.O. Box 1810 in Grass Valley, California, 95945, and they can just make out a check to SNMHF and put ACT in the memo line. You can also go online to supportsierranevada.org.
And we've got that on the show and on the credits. We've got supportsierranevada.org is the website, and there's even a little information piece on the
Yeah, it's right on the
linear.
homepage. You can click right off the homepage and learn more about the Linear Accelerator and more about the Challenge Grant as well.
Right. Well, this is very exciting. We've got an acclaimed cancer center already.
Yes.
And we're known for the progressive programs and the services. We're really blessed to have it.
We are.
And then to have this piece of equipment. I just can't imagine this monster equipment doing this minute little tiny micro radio action. So
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
it's incredible. Well, good efforts. Keep up the good work. I see that we've run out of time. So call 477-9700, support SierraNevada.org, and get more information on the ACT campaign. All right. So, Sandra, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Please come back on and
I will.
give us
I would
an
love to.
update.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we need to take our second break, and if you haven't been to the community book swap, you're in for a treat. It was yesterday, and I took some great video of it, and next month we're going to be celebrating our second anniversary. So take a look while I bring up our third guest.
And I'm done. And I'm done. Yes, I'm done. At the river, yeah, again. River, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back. My third guest is the owner of Nevada County Community Business Service, and she is hosting and organizing the inaugural Small Business and Entrepreneur Fair this Thursday at the Stone House building on Sacramento Street. And so I'd like to learn more about it. So would you. A warm welcome to the program to Michelle Shiro.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
Hi. I'd like to just make a little bit of a disclaimer.
Okay.
I am hosting this.
Yes.
And I'm doing a lot of the work, but there are a lot of people that are working to make this a great
It's
event.
teamwork?
It's
All right.
teamwork. And the sponsors include the Union newspaper.
Yes, good.
Include UBANet, the Nevada City Chamber of Commerce, and Think Local First Nevada County.
Yeah, great. Good sponsors. And this is a benefit actually for Sierra Commons.
It is. It is. And Sierra Commons is a small business igniter that does a lot to help businesses get off the ground.
Yes.
A lot of people that work there are in different stages of building a business. Some people have had their business for a very long time, and they're doing very, very well. Other people are starting out and in different areas of
Stages of
development,
it, yeah.
stages of development,
Yeah.
excuse me. So it's a wonderful place to really see how you can do in developing a business,
Right.
in getting a lot of support each step of the way.
Yes, and they provide workshops.
They
and
provide
seminars.
workshops right now. There's a Business Igniter class that has, I think, 15 people in it, and it shows how someone can go from a week 1 to week 6 and know all the steps they need to do. And of course, then there's the work. Then you have to do the work.
Right. You have to get
Yeah.
the business part of it.
That's right.
So I want to hear about the fair because there's quite a few variety of businesses that are going to be there. And we should mention Cafe Community is going to be there to do interviews of guests and attendees at the fair.
And I think Brenda Horton is going to be
Brenda Horton,
doing
yes.
interviews and helping with the video clips, because right now we have almost 40 businesses that have signed up and that are going to be there. And they range from high technology, from technology to services to products to cooperative businesses, retail. There's a whole wide range of different types of businesses.
Wow. And so there's about 40 of
There's
them?
about 40 people that have signed up. And of course, this event is free to the public.
Yes.
It's going to be on this coming Thursday on February 10th from 11:30 to 3 p.m. And it's going to be free for the public. There's going to be box lunches. I don't know if you knew this, but the Stone House has actually become a cooking academy
Right.
for young
Yes.
for young people, and they make the most wonderful
They do.
desserts. And
Yeah.
we went and had a lunch there at Christmas time. It was just wonderful.
Yeah.
And so they're going to be providing boxed lunches, and then we also have the beautiful Stone House bar that's going to be open for not necessarily alcoholic drinks, but there's going to be a nice
Beverages
place. We're going to have some background music. But mostly this is about businesses learning about other businesses. It's about the public learning the value these businesses have. There is a lot of talent in this community.
Absolutely.
And if we don't know, if the public doesn't know what there is, they're missing out. They're going to Roseville, they're going to this place, they're going to that place, out of the area, when they don't realize the quality of businesses in this community.
Right.
It
really will showcase under one roof
Yes.
the variety and the quality and the types of services that people can offer.
Yes, and it's just incredible the level of expertise some of these businesses have. Now, we have businesses that have been in the county for over 30 years that are going to be there, and then we have other businesses that are just getting off the ground.
Oh, wow.
We have a lot of, we have a lot of technology, we have a lot of graphic design, that kind of thing, but we also have a huge variety of businesses. I think we have a cooperative wine cooperative that's going to be there as well. So it's just from here to there. We didn't quite know what kinds of businesses we get.
You just threw it out there to see the response.
Because what we think that is important is not just the public learning about these businesses, but the businesses learning about other businesses to help them grow. Because we can't, in this community, in this economy, we can't be just competing with each other. We have to learn how to work with each other, how to support each other, because then we all grow and we all start creating jobs and we all start doing better. So that's sort of the idea behind this fair.
Yeah, it sounds absolutely great. So if and it's open to the public, and the Stone House is located at 107 Sacramento Street, right on the corner.
That's right.
Everybody, that's historic, a historic building.
It is. It's had many incarnations.
And the Academy, the Stonehouse Food Academy is really great. I've been to a couple receptions at the Sierra Commons where they did the hors d'oeuvres, and quite yummy. So,
and the building is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God, the beams and the stonework, it's just a lovely place to be.
And it's a great opportunity if people haven't seen Sierra Commons to see what's available there too, with regards to the infrastructure for businesses, plug and play essentially, the streaming of telecommunications there. So
that's one of the things, that there's going to be opportunities for people to get a clip of their business, a video clip, at the fair that they can use. And the people that are participating also will be included in an online business directory. So, and they'll also be able to use that, augment it with that video.
So this is available for people who come to get a little video clip of maybe what they're doing, as well as businesses who are actual vendors, if you will.
That's exactly so, by donation, because the people are giving their time and effort and all of that.
Right. For the video clip.
For the video clip.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. So donation only, whatever is
for the video clip.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. So I think we've just got a couple minutes left, but tell us about Nevada County Community Business Services.
Yes, Nevada County Community Business Services is doing pretty well.
Great.
It's a very interesting business to have, because we have so many services and so many people are coming for different reasons, so it's never boring.
Right.
It's always very interesting.
A lot of support
and
where they might need it.
That's right. And you feel really good because you're providing a service that you know that these people need. They're overloaded with work. They're
and understaffed.
They don't need, and they need direction in this area or that. So it's a really rewarding business to be in.
Yeah, good for you.
And I
found
think
a real need, particularly with businesses.
And of course, we have a lot of people that are engaged in Nevada County Community Business Services as well.
Yeah, collaborative effort here. It takes a village, and we're doing it well. So
we're learning new ways to make the economy work.
Absolutely. All right, for more information on the fair, you can call 559-2576 or go to nccbiz.com. That's Michelle's website, and I see that we're out of time. I'd like to thank my guests tonight, Paul Sieving and Sarah Barrington, and of course Michelle Shiro. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Go to the fair this Thursday at the Stone House, and we'll see you next week on Monday.